You are watching Minuteman Matt.
Hello, what's up? We're back with another Borderlands 4 showcase video. A lot of people don't know this weapon was actually buffed because it didn't say in the patch note, and it's a cold showing. It used to be around 800 or so. Now it's like 1400. Nice out. Doesn't say what its effect is, but this does not fire full automatic by default. That's why we have the Ripper license magazine on there. And this thing usually spawns with a Hyperion license shield. And it actually homes in on enemies. It does not say what the ice out effect does, though, but it's what it basically does. Which means it's with homing, that's really suited for mobbing. And most of our gear is the same. We got the Ripper that help with the damage because the Ripper mag on this thing. Although I'd rather have the head ringer perk. It's called enhancement. It's that includes the splash radius as well, but we don't have one that has that kind of roll. So, and this does splash damage, so we do spec in this thing, and there's no need to spec in the leeching human. This isn't a kinetic weapon, so this would be useless anyway, but pretty much the skill tree is pretty much the same as usual. Specializations are the same, as when I'm not going to ever change those really, to be honest. And let's go with this enemy pointy legs. If I've already activated that big encore, the encore, not big encore. Can't do the big encore for him this week. That was actually the big first encore ever in the game. See, we don't really have to aim with this weapon and just homes in on enemies. When I say fix that cryo efficiency, this is actually be a cryo hollow weapon, but as right now the cryo efficiency is actually broken and doesn't actually freeze the enemy while they're alive. You have to kill them to freeze them. Then what's the point? Right. Like 100% cryo efficiency is supposed to freeze them at 20% health. It does not actually do that. Even if you had 1,000 cryo efficiency, you never freeze the enemy because it's bugged. So this is why we use this for mobbing, not for bossing it. And we use it to connect that build basically, so don't get the extra damage from the cryo. And this being cryo is not going to be effective against shields, as you can tell already. I'm still going to kill this thing around. No doubt about it. Once we get to his armor, way down to his armor bar, and that's going to be more effective against the armor bar, obviously. Now we don't have the action skill up. We don't get the bonus splash damage from the action skill being up. But this thing is dead, and I'm going to go to the one down south. I'll see you then. Alright, we're now at Family Freaks' Ripper drill site, and let's get this thing on. Yeah, and just point, just aim towards the enemy's general direction and still do some work. Those are not the Queen dual site enemies, but they decided to join in on the fun. I know they're not the dual site enemies, because dual site enemies would have Queen's prefix on them, like that. Not the ordnance. Honestly, I really should put the fit knife, but I don't even bother. Still with that Gatling gun. This is just a gun, you just general direction of aim and fire. It's not really the strongest only weapon in the game. There's actually one that's better, but I don't like. That's not in my inventory right now. Like, I'd just rather throw the TDR and it holds on the enemies, but we're showcasing this gun and not a TDR. I'll kill these enemies that's in the way. And now here's 3 bosses. They have their armor and then down to how far. It's how it works against the armor, and it's neutral against the flesh. Looks like Frank the Furnace is down. Now it's these other jokers to the left. We're gonna kill the Sally the engineer and Hank the welder. Not really like uses for bossing. These other weapons have more DPS than this thing. Now we have the action skill, and we get the full 40% for the splash damage instead of the 20 you would normally get from that skill. Plus the benefits of having the action skill with some of the other skills, like the kinetic damage. That's only active when you have the action skill active, like this. And all 3 of them are down. Well, pixel watching just do stuff you would if you watch the whole video, you might leave a like or something.
And that's the end of the video. This is Minuteman Matt. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.